All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Get these other two things muted quick. Let's see what we got going on here. Muted quick. There we go. Now we won't get any echo or feedback loop going, hopefully. Let me double check. Shouldn't be. Good deal. Hope everybody's doing good. Having a fine Wednesday. I got a little bit of time. I got to run back. I've got a job I'm doing right here in town. And I got to run back and pour a little more floor leveler and take care of a spot. So when I got home, I figured I'd take a few minutes and pop open this box of anodized goodness, as I said. Now, these are going to be the TOF Suga build items. Let me grab that box for a moment. We're going to take out a tire. These ones are a little more gold than the other ones. Let's see what we got here. He said he had a problem with the thing. It's a little darker, but not bad. Ooh, they look good, though. So, spur gear piece and standoffs. Rear portal covers. Rod ends. Wheel hexes. These were red, so they turned out real well. Just some cheap knockoff wheel hexes. The rings, beadlock rings. Not sure that I really will need those, but I had them do them anyways. Actually, I had them go ahead and do the hubs. Those look nice. Here we got the front portal cover. Oh, no, third members. Sent them a set of clear third members. Those look real good. Yeah, they are lighter. That's all right. And then this is the front knuckles and covers. Sweet. Evening, Joker. How you doing, buddy? We do reseal these in the package. Oh, it gotta be a. Oh, there it is. There it is. You cut them. Gotta have to cut it somewhere. Yeah. It's kind of shadowy, but they're, like I say, they're lighter in color, but they look good. Let me flip to my other camera here. So they could have been darker, but that's fine. That's gonna look real nice. Everything's nice and matched as far as the colors are set, except for the Fairlead got darker, but more gray. And you can see the Fairlead is quite a bit darker, but not that bad, really. It just grayed out a little bit. Not that I'll even use it. Wheel rings. Just had normal stock black wheel rings. Had them anodized a set of those. The hubs, they look real nice. Nice color in there. The standoffs are going to look real good. Picture a good look at the front knuckles. Yeah, I am more than happy. And the cost was great. So you guys need anodizing. Ryan Slife, he's on Facebook. He's in Texas, I believe. He says he runs batches about every 2 weeks. And I happened to catch him at the right time. He was able to, it was this week to run, so I got him sent out. And he got them done. Sweet. Is that it? That's it. So yeah, those are going to look really good on this build. Now that I got that stuff back, I can actually start the build. So in the next couple lives, that should be what I'm doing. Got to send this back. It didn't work. DOA, no power up at all. The remote works, but the receiver part was shot. So send that back to A main. Actually, I should go ahead and call them before I send it back. So yeah, got the stuff back from anodizing. And I've seen a lot of Ryan's other work. He does really nice anodizing. I did anodizing myself. When the Bajas come out, I started anodizing and got pretty good with it. And did a dozen or better custom Bajas. Did a couple Berganzanis. I had one that I did, and I did another one for another guy, and ran a bunch of items for other manufacturers. But it was small scale. I wasn't in the position that I could go get a building and open up, coatings, or I possibly would have, because I was getting pretty busy there for a little bit. But it wasn't enough to sustain unless I did that. And not being in the position to do that, I pretty much let it go to the side. Slowed down and stopped taking orders. But yeah, no, I'm happy with it. Brian, you see this? Great job, buddy. Thank you very much. These look excellent. It's going to be a nice build. It'll look great when it's all said and done. This one is going to be most of a dedicated shelf queen, just because of what it is, the Sugar Body. If you're not sure what that is, go check out my earlier videos and you'll see. But yeah, I was just going to do a quick short one because I got to get something to eat real quick and run back to the other job. Bob's, how you doing? Go knock that little bit of flooring prep out so that I can try to get this floor all done tomorrow. I probably won't. I'll probably end up having to go back and finish it up. But Friday I got another job, so I'll probably hit it Saturday. Talked to him a little bit already. I could always call the other guy and see if I can see him Saturday. Considering today's Wednesday and tomorrow's Thursday, that's what I'll do tomorrow, because I normally call a customer a day beforehand anyways to give them approximate time. So I may do that. That way I can finish this one up and get it all done. I hate trying to split a job, but sometimes you got to. Like now I'm at a point, I got floor leveling down. There was nothing else I could do but wait for it to dry. And, after I got the first coat, everything else is good except for the one patches. They settled a little bit more and then need a second coat. Otherwise, I'd be going back and starting to lay floor. Get at least my first couple pieces laid in and done so I can start slamming. But that'll be tomorrow. I have to go back, do a quick cleanup, sweep everything up real good, get it vacuumed, and then turn around and start laying out floor and knock that floor out as fast as I can tomorrow. I got quarter round and strips to do, so it'll take a little bit of time. I suspect it's going to take me more than one day to finish it all up. But yeah, this is what I was waiting for to finish up to get back so I could start the Suga build. Because a lot of these things, like the standoffs, you need, and the third members, I need those things right away when I'm starting the build. Get the axles are the first thing you build in it. So we'll get that all started out here in another couple days or probably this weekend and go from there. But I'm going to go grab a little, find something to scare up to eat. Probably eat some melon because I bought a melon. And if you've never had Michigan, we got, muskmelons. Most states do. But over in Bay City, there's something about the soil. Don't know what it is, but if you've ever had a Bay City muskmelon, you'll know there's something, unique that they just got such a great flavor. And I've had muskmelon from a lot of places. I do like muskmelon. But yeah, it's hard to beat just a good old-fashioned Bay City muskmelon. So I'll probably eat some of that because that was a big-ass melon. It was about red dodgeball size. 9-10 inches. It was a pretty good diameter. All right. Nice to have that back. All right. So I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and knock it off. A quick one. Hell, it's only been 10 minutes, 11 minutes. All right. I'll hang out and bullshit. I can go grab melon and bullshit and eat. Figured it was over 10 minutes at least, but nope, not quite. So melon turned into a Wednesday thing, I guess, with RC channels. More about food than RCs. Gotta eat the RC. Most of it's already cut up. Some of it's still pretty big chunks. Especially when you ain't got no teethuses anymore. Some salt. Got to have some salt on some melon. Yes, sir. That's some damn fine melon. So either you guys see the I'm assuming you did the Vanquish release, the Jimmy's buggy. Kind of like it. Looks pretty good. I know a lot of people are saying it says kind of high, but that could be tweaked. Internal spring shock, so you can always adjust springs and get it a little lower. Do a little, other thing. Put a shorter shock on it a little bit if you wanted to. A bit pricey though. They actually got 3 versions of it. Got the base version, which is actually still a CNC cage. So the cage is a CNC setup, but the axle housings are plastic. So those will almost certainly be a production item coming out with different rigs, as well as it sounded like they're going to release those as a standalone for sale item with the axle housings being plastic. New transmission sounds like that's, I would imagine, get used in some rigs. Small, lightweight, low profile would dig. But they got the base unit, and that was, I think, $15.99. And then they have the second tier unit, which is $23.99, maybe $22.99. I think $22.99. And that had all metal axle housings, metal knuckles. Basically, from the 1600 to the 2300 option, you're getting all the metal housings, metal covers, metal C-hubs, of course, are part of the housing. Drive shafts are metal. Not sure. I think the 1500 one also does come with the incision drive shafts right out of the box. But your portal covers are metal. Everything else that you can buy metal for has been replaced. It does have machine gears throughout. Don't matter what version you buy. And then the high tier is the same as the mid tier, except you get the option of choosing colors. And that was $25.99. So $300 for all the anodizing of all the colors. So you choose your colors, and if you get everything the same color, it all goes off in the same batch like they do with the H10 Origin. So the anodizing colors are all matched. Definitely a pricey rig. Not for the faint of heart, not for your new entries, unless it's somebody who, does crawl, 1-to-1, and we see it and go, oh man, that's cool. That'd be nice to have at camp at night, when we're broke down, whatever. You might get some newbies buying it then. That's what happened with the Baja. Take the HPI Baja, and we went out to, Silver Lake here in Michigan. That was our hit up because of all the sand. Main one. Out at Glamis, and then the people with 1-to-1 sand rails see them and go, holy shit, that's cool as hell. A couple guys sold their rigs right then and there. that shit happened. And then I guess I'll have butter from my butter dish. I guess I'll have carbon fiber panels available for any of the models because they'll all pretty much be the same. Between the plastic and the metal, there may be some small differences where the hole placements are, obviously, but no, I like it. Nice rig. It's pricey, but like I say, you're looking at a chunk of American U.S. aluminum being milled on U.S. machines or on machines in the U.S. by a U.S. company for all the aluminum stuff, and anodizing's done here in the States. So that alone right there is going to fetch just typically because it costs more to make things here in the States. But I took my optic when I bought it, brand new kit, and built it up in no metal cage, but metal axles and metal drive shafts. I think I got metal drive shafts on it. No, I got stock. Still got stock drive shafts. But yeah, I threw all the metal at it, knuckles and covers, and did 4-wheel steer. So 2 front axles. Had to buy a whole front axle and stuff. But I've got about the same amount as the top tier unit in my optic. Probably a little more. So you can easily take a standard rig and jump up there. Seen a lot of people talk about the price, not too keen on it. Some of the noobs, kind of that's awful stiff. But this ain't a noob buggy. I'm kind of like Reese XP10. That's not a buggy for a noob. It's a competition grade unit. XP10 was all brand new. This rig's pretty much all brand new. It shares a few things: drive shafts, rear covers, knuckles. But from there, all the skid, the chassis, the axle, the transmission. Rear axle is different than the front axle. It's not just 2 front axles stuck on there. It's got the camber all set in there, so it's almost zero and on the rear axle. And so they did a lot to it. But yeah, it's not for, not a rig that new people, unless they're jumping right into comp or maybe coming from a different area of RC, are going to most likely be looking at. It's got a more targeted audience, I guess you could say. Damn, that is some good melon. See, a lot of people don't understand the cost because they don't understand how much difference there is between U.S. and Asian made items and labors and taxes and all that other stuff. And now tariffs to deal with. Which, for Americans, has always been a thing. A lot of people don't realize that. But even with as cheap as stuff was, especially coming up out of China, we still paid tariffs. And then our stuff going there, the tariffs were way big. That's why, we didn't sell much over there, because they tariffed the hell out of it. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. I'll probably end up with one, but I've got a lot of stuff to take care of before I do. And this will be a production run. This is not a limited edition unit. They're going to be making this and selling the living hell out of them until they decide to stop selling them. So pretty much everything in it will be a production run. I suspect potentially at some point we might see a plastic cage version, getting down into that $400, $500, $600 price. Yeah, it's pretty crazy right now. It's up and down and all over. I mean, here in Michigan, gas rate today is I think I seen it at 419, 417, maybe 414, something like that, 415. It's pretty crazy. But in Indiana, state below, in Ohio, gas is in the $3 range, $3.50, $3.60. So hell, we're paying almost $1, 75 cents more a gallon here in Michigan, just because Michigan wants to charge us more for gas. Which, of course, that affects everything. And then there's other reasons for it. We are a net exporter. We're the number one exporter of refined gasoline in the world right now. We should be paying way less, but the companies aren't making us pay way less. And then you get the states, and each state's tax scheme on top of it. I think we pay now. There's the federal gas tax, but at the state level, we're paying over 55 cents a gallon for taxes on gas right now. So that's most of the difference between us and Indiana and Ohio. There's been problems, a lot of them. And it's tough right now. But I firmly believe it'll be a lot worse not too long in the future if things just kept going the way they were. Well, that's the thing, our country has been hit by terrorists by pretty much every other country, all of our allies. Since the end of World War II, American taxpayer has basically footed the entire world. So yeah, it's ugly. I was hoping this shit in Iran would be done easier, but that's way more than Iran. A lot of people don't, they hear, what's going on. They think it's an isolated case with Iran, and it's not. It's a bigger fish in that frying pan. But we were the fish in that frying pan not that long ago, so we'll see what happens. But yes, very good, very good. If you ever get a chance, you gotta buy some Bay City Honey Rock muskmelon. Because this shit is good. A little bit of salt on it and pull out those extra sweetness and juices. Ooh, yummy. But at that, it's 7. I told them I'd be back at 7:30. I got a 15-minute drive. Muskmelon, Bay City Honey Rock. Some of the best muskmelon you ever buy and ever eat. Seriously, I mean, I've had muskmelon, and there's some good ones. But like I said at the beginning, there's something about a Bay City muskmelon, something in the soil, man. Those things are so sweet and so yummy. But yeah, I got to go back and finish a bit of a job, knock it, do a little bit more floor prep so it's ready for me to start laying floor in the morning and try to knock this job out tomorrow. But I doubt I'll get it done. But I'm going to want to get done as much as I can. Ooh. I got to feed animals too. So, yeah, I'm going to have to head it because I got to give animals food. I forgot I didn't feed them when I got home yet. Came in and started doing things in here and got sidetracked. So, yeah. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. Hit that like, subscribe, and share button. And if you subscribe to me, when I see it, I'll subscribe back. We'll grow everybody's channel and try to get all of us into that pennies on the dollar of advertising funds. Hopefully, at least we can maybe get a little bit of our time spent back in. But all right, thanks for hanging out, folks. We will talk at you all later. Have a good one.